Let's crack
Are you
these.
cracking
I'm gonna crack one.
Are you gonna crack it?
Are you gonna crack
All
one?
right, we're gonna start with a little drip.
A little drip
shot.
water?
Yeah.
ASMR.
Drip
Wait,
at the
because
strip.
I got nails, so let's see. Ooh,
It's that strip drip. Got to get the little tap,
drip?
tappity tap.
No,
yeah. Oh no.
I like those.
Get that fresh water right here.
That's
before
spring
the,
water.
Start. Yeah,
You
nice
gotta
little
stay
spring water.
hydrated.
Stay hydrated.
Too
for this
much,
talk.
too much caffeine this morning already.
Yeah. How many caffeine? What are we at? One coffee?
Yeah, just a
pre-workout?
coffee, like espresso shot.
I'm pushing
Gene?
a 360.
A 360.
360 milligrams already?
Yeah, I'm pushing.
What's that?
No,
It's
I
like an
couldn't do
energy
that.
drink, a good 200, and then 2 shots of an espresso.
From the back,
You
from
had
the
your
coach's
protein
office?
coffee this morning.
That's my feel-good area.
All right, guys. Well, welcome back to this Strip Barbell. Today we have a threesome, kind of.
Crazy.
We got
Wild.
to get right into it. Trying something a little different instead of a one-on-one, kind of one-on-two. We have Gianni and Sierra, two of our personal trainers here at the Strip Barbell. Been with us pretty much since the beginning.
Yeah.
So super excited to talk about that. Also talk about what they have going on, their events, the communities, different things like that, and just kind of what got them started and overall just kind of what they're excited for in the future. So let's start it out. Let's hear about it a little bit about each of you. Sierra, let's get started. Kind of what's your origin story, your background, what got you into fitness or not into fitness, and kind of just give us a 2 minute of that.
Okay, so growing up, I was not athletic at all. So I was always really good at school, but I just did not feel like sports were for me. And so growing up, obviously, I did not see myself going into the fitness industry to, become a coach. I really had a passion for teaching though, and I felt like if I was going to make an impact in this world, I feel like my route was going to be to get into teaching.
Kids? Little
Yeah,
kids?
no,
What
I
years?
think I wanted to go into high school actually.
Yeah?
Really?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
Well,
cool.
And I have 2 younger brothers.
Yeah.
So I felt like I always just kind of had that nurturing, I wanted to help them. I wanted to teach them things so that they can get a leg up on, life and,
Yeah.
Some mistakes that I made. So I went into college and I unfortunately could not finish just due to finance situations. So I had to drop out of U of A. That's where I was going. I moved back home.
Not because of the partying?
No, not because of the partying.
Okay. Yeah.
No, it was a great school. I met some amazing people, but it just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
And so I came home and, I started from ground zero, unfortunately. And my cousin was in hospitality. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get into that and I'm going to do that. And with hospitality, you're working swing shifts, you're working overnight shifts. So it's not a healthy lifestyle whatsoever. And so
Drinking after work.
Exactly. Drinking after work, drinking before work, eating out, it's late.
Yeah.
So it's okay, what can I grab? Canes on the way home, things like that, right? And my mom had moved to Alabama. So I was kind of on my own at this point, just kind of fending for myself out here. And then I eventually moved in with my grandmother and I was just doing that for a while. And I got really, I got overweight and I looked in the mirror and I was like, I don't even recognize the person that I am anymore.
Let's stop it right there. We'll bring it right back. G or Gianni, what do you prefer?
G
G or Gianni? G. Let's go with G.
Short and sweet.
G. So what's your background?
So kind of the opposite of Sierra. I grew up really athletic, in every sport that I could. And I did flag football, I did dance, everything that I could be involved in, I wanted to be involved in.
Yeah.
And then I would say I was pretty fit,
High school
growing
sports
up.
at all or no?
High school sports. I did dance, I did flag football.
Okay.
I did
all
baseball
the way
for a while, all those things.
Cool.
And then college hits and you go into that whole same thing with U of A, you're just fed into the world of partying.
Yeah.
I was 17 when I started college.
Ooh.
And so I was younger.
Yeah.
And during that time, I was no longer doing high school sports. And I was like, I literally have nothing to do. There's nothing that's benefiting my life.
Mhm.
And in high school, the weight classes that were there were if you built muscle, you were going to look like a man.
Yeah.
So you just didn't want to do it.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I have an older brother who really kind of set the path
Yeah.
for how I trained.
Yeah.
And he went to the Olympic trials. Like, he has grit for a
Yeah.
person. And I feel like that paved the way of like, okay, if he could be that dedicated to something, like that's a path that I want to go down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then at 17, similar story, hit that breaking point where you like look in the mirror and you're like, this can't be the way that I live my life because I'll never be the person that I want to be.
Exactly.
And I woke up, and I'm not even kidding. Like, I woke up one morning and I'm like, I don't ever want to live like this again.
I feel that to the
What was-
core.
Yeah.
I
What
feel
was
that to
that?
the core.
Like when you say, I don't want to live like this, like what were you doing? What was the path that you're going down that like, for me, like my path was that like, I like walked into at the time. I mean, I'm a little older than you guys. You might not even know it. Structure, which is now limited men's. And they told me that like, I was like, that they had no clothes for me, that like
Yeah.
Big and Tall was like the only place that they would suggest. And
Yeah.
that was my like breaking point to like, what I'm doing is not healthy. And that like, yes, like you're drinking all the time, you have friends, but like, this isn't like a normal, like day in, day out type of like, like routine that like what you're doing is not right. That, I mean, it is a little extreme in a lot of different ways and not for the positive.
Yeah.
Like, what was it for you that like,
You know, to be honest, I was seeing someone at the time. And when I was seeing him, just listen, I was seeing him and
Kleenexes? No, I'm
and
just kidding. We got him. No, I'm just kidding.
I was seeing someone and I found out he was seeing someone else at the same time.
Yeah.
And at the moment when I saw who the girl was, I was like, oh my God, she's beautiful. Like, she's so fit and she's so beautiful. And I was like, I understand why he did it. Like, and I remember looking at myself in the mirror and being like, that's so terrible. Like, that I think that way of myself. Like, I understand why someone basically cheated on me because I don't think highly of myself. And like, I didn't deserve that, you know?
Yeah.
And I was going down that path of just partying all the time. My friends were all partying. We were all drinking. And I hated who I was becoming. And so I knew I had to reach out to a local coach, and it was someone that I had gone to high school with. And even though like I didn't stay with him as a coach, that person really did pave the way of how I set the standard for coaching, and honestly really changed my life in that scenario.
So, I mean,
and I remember that. I just want to like touch on that because I remember when Gianni started and like
started working out,
and she started like her whole journey like with her coach. You know, we trained at the same EOS. And I remember being like, wow, like that's so awesome. Like that she like is so young and she's starting it. Like, and then that's also like, I think that's a power of like community and like seeing people like lead by example. Cause I feel like I also like saw people around and I was like, I want to, you know, start that for myself too.
So, I mean, obviously you guys both got into fitness personally. And like, did you guys both right out of the gate, did you guys both hire coaches or did you work just like with stuff you found online? Like, how did that start initially? Yeah.
So for me, I didn't hire a coach. I really did everything myself. I was looking online, and at that time, like there was not a lot of stuff online.
Social media was different.
Magazines.
Yes,
Yeah.
magazines,
Really
like
different.
PDF files. Like, I will give First Form credit because their challenge, I did get into that, and at that time, like their challenge, you would print out like a sheet, and like you would would do their workouts, and I so I really did a lot of it on my own. In the beginning, and I made that transformation for myself. And then eventually I met through my fiance that I have now. His friend, he was a trainer, and he was like, come in, like, let me just teach you a couple things. Like, let me show you like here and there. And he was actually the one that encouraged me to look into taking my NASM certification. And he pushed me to consider becoming a coach because I got these amazing results for myself on my own. And then it was like, okay, like I could, you know, women started reaching out, and I thought what I did for myself was just like something that was a necessity. And like, I was just like, I didn't think like I necessarily had a formula to give everybody, but I was doing things that, you know, not a lot of people understood. And then at that point, he pushed me to become a coach.
How long ago was that?
Oh my gosh.
When did you start coaching others?
I think it was 2021 or 2.
Okay. So
Yeah.
like right after
Yeah.
COVID, pretty much. Yeah, just kind of like
Yeah,
this
so I
is
would probably say 2022 I went full
Yeah,
time.
you
Cool.
came to Rec.
Yeah.
Yeah, you came to
Yeah, I
Rec.
came to
You
Rec
came to
Room.
Rec
That's
Room with me.
yeah, I
Mhm.
And
actually
G,
Yeah.
what about you? Trainer or
I
on your own right out of the gate? Like,
I
did
was
you
on
ever
my
transfer
own probably
over?
the first 8 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't make like crazy progress in those 8 months. I think the most progress you see in the first year is like those newbie gains.
Yeah.
Like where you're so excited to train. You know, it's so fun and like
Yeah.
you love
Yeah.
how you look in the mirror even if there isn't any change, you know.
Exactly.
I did that for about 8 months and I was just kind of stagnant. So at that point I had reached out to a trainer
Yeah.
and once again, social media was different. Like you couldn't just look up like online coach. Like
Yeah,
it was
no.
just through a friend of a
Yeah.
friend and it was
Mhm.
someone I had gone to high school with and he was super fit.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right.
All right, you can
Yeah,
teach me.
you can teach me what you know.
What type of training was that?
Yeah.
Was it more
Training.
like just
he-
machines or was it more
No,
functional or
it
just a little
was
bit
definitely
of both?
more
Yeah.
like aesthetic based
Okay.
training. And
Yeah.
literally within the first 4 weeks of working with him, like I saw drastic changes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's when he was like, you know what, I think you should consider competing. And that was when it opened that door for
Oh, wow.
me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
and then
you went full like fitness
full,
fitness
full
model
bodybuilder,
like
full
yeah.
bodybuilder.
Bodybuilder.
Yeah.
Full bodybuilder.
Full
Wow.
bodybuilder at 18.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
was
wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was I was young. I was
Yeah.
too young. But
So we'll
yeah.
stay with you, but like what was that like leap of faith moment that you're like, this is what I want to do, this is the like
Mhm.
journey that I want to take, and this is like the industry I want to be in.
Yeah. So around COVID 2020,
Yeah.
I had been getting my bachelor's in psych. And at the time I was really trying to learn how to integrate the two because I have a really deep passion for psychology.
Yeah.
And when I was in the process of thinking, do I want to go to grad school, all these things, I knew I wanted to continue my education, but I didn't know where I belonged in the space until I learned about sports psychology. And that's when I was like, this is my niche. This is exactly the people that I want to focus on.
Yeah.
And over COVID, I wasn't working
Yeah.
and I had got laid off from whatever job I was working at the time. And it really gave me time to focus on my NASM. And
Yeah.
then right after COVID, as soon as that opened, I started working at a commercial gym. And I was like, honestly, as soon as I started, I was like, this is the best job in the world. I never want to do anything else. And I still feel the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
And
yes.
Sierra?
So I was working at Hilton, and there just got to a point where it was just so repetitive, and I felt like a robot. Like I was the people that you came to, like when you purchased a timeshare, and so like I had to like give this like entire like scripted thing, and I just felt like I was just not like doing what I knew there was so much more than what I was doing in that job, and I knew I was called to help people, and there got to a point where I was like, I have no purpose here. I honestly was getting depressed, like driving into work every single day, and I was like, I want a career for myself. And my fiance, he owned his own business at the time, all his friends did, and I was like, if they can all be entrepreneurs at the age that they're at, if they can do that for themselves, like, why am I limiting my beliefs? And so at that point, I was, marketing myself. I got, clients, and finally I was like, I absolutely love this. It was like night and day. Like because I would train clients
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
in the morning before I went into work, and then I would train clients when I got off of
Mhm.
work.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And
So
yeah,
let's
Yeah, I
let's
remember
take that a little bit deeper. Like, do you
Yeah.
remember your first client? The
yes.
first person that ever paid you money?
Yeah, I do.
Do you remember?
She's with me today, actually.
Yeah.
Really?
Sierra, do you remember?
Hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Do you remember your first client? Like
But that's the thing
no,
is,
like some early ones early on that were kind of like
yes, I do. I
Yeah?
do. Yes.
what bad experience?
No,
Good
no,
experience?
she wasn't. No, she was great. No, she was great. She was
Yeah.
great. I went to high school with her, and
Okay.
yeah, she was
Like just somebody
amazing.
looking for similar type like results to what you were doing, or just needing more accountability.
No,
Mm.
she was going through a fat loss journey,
Got
like
it.
a big fat loss journey,
Yeah.
and she did make some amazing results for
Yeah.
herself, for sure. Yeah.
And G, remember
Um,
yours?
Yeah,
You
I.
said she's still with you today.
She is. She is
That's
still with me
awesome.
today.
How many years is
Um,
that?
What am I on? What year are we?
5?
5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
Jeez,
Wow.
5
Yeah,
years?
great length of
She's,
engagement.
She took a break in between
Yeah,
a little bit.
okay.
But yeah, she rocked with me since day one, and she was actually one of the first people that was like, if you ever start training clients, let me know because
That's cool.
I want you to be my trainer.
That's
And that kind
amazing.
of
Did she have a personal trainer before, or
she did
just always
not.
did it on her own
Just
and
did it on her
was like,
own.
"Hey."
I think she was just kind of in the world of like, I want to get
Yeah.
to start to working out, but I just didn't know how to start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she rode with me all the way from EOS to Rec Room to all of the gyms that I've been with. And she's a rider
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, and your first
That's
one,
awesome.
you learn so much about your first
Oh my
client.
Yeah,
Like they
yeah.
think they're
goodness.
learning from you, but like you learn so much about them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, kind of with that, I mean, obviously your first client, your first couple clients, was there ever a point like early on where you're just like, shit, like a little bit of like almost like imposter syndrome, or like, I don't know if I'm like qualified enough to be
Mhm.
like I
100%.
could do it for myself, but like I'm not qualified in this regard to do
100%.
it.
Mm-hmm.
And what would you say like changed that over, where you finally like felt confident asking for financial money? You were confident in what you were providing. That like
Yeah.
what was that for you, Sierra, in terms of like where you went from like not sure to like, no, I'm a personal trainer?
So mine was when my clients started getting results.
Yeah.
Like when I saw them their life start to shift, and not just physically but mentally too.
Yeah.
I think when you get your first couple transformation like photos, like I
Yeah.
think that is
Mhm.
really what makes you understand that you do have like the knowledge to
Yeah.
help these people. But it's also on the client to also do the work too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that the transformation was the biggest thing.
Gianni?
Yeah, I mean, similar here. When you see your clients actually achieve something, it's like a very fulfilling
Yeah.
feeling. But I
Yes.
will say it did take me a few years to
Yeah.
build the confidence to
Absolutely.
be like, this is my heart set price. I know what I'm worth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're not willing to meet me where I'm at,
Yeah.
then we might not be the right fit.
Exactly.
You know?
It's tough because
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
is.
you never know. Like, I mean, in 8 years of like gyms and stuff like that, and like people are like, oh, they're always wanting to barter, and it's like, well, what's the long term worth? Or it's like,
Exactly.
am I setting my standards too
Mhm.
low to deal with
Yeah.
somebody that like
Yeah.
isn't a good fit? But
Yeah.
like I'm nervous because rent's due, or I'm nervous
Yeah.
because like I need this, or like because I
100%.
have an open slot in my schedule.
Yeah.
That like then later on it's like, well, shit, now I have this
Yeah.
person on there that like I can't just like kick them to the curb.
Yeah.
I agreed to a certain thing, and like you're like second guessing yourself.
And I think that changes over time.
Yeah.
Like, I think that you go in phases. Like, when I was 19, I was
Yeah.
more open to things like that. I was more open to a younger
Yeah.
niche.
Yeah.
And now that I'm older and I'm 25, my
Oh,
niche
so
is
old.
now. Oh my God. I
Oh
just
my
turned
gosh.
26.
Oh,
I'm
man.
26.
Yeah, it's
26,
funny.
right.
Yeah.
26 now.
Yeah.
I think that over time, you grow into finding a more respectable niche. Like,
Yeah.
you grow up and you
Yeah.
say,
You find like that
I
like,
think-
avatar
and
client.
if someone's
Yeah.
not willing to meet you where you're at, I can't expect you to give me the results. And your client is a walking advertisement of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, they portray how good you are as a trainer.
Yeah.
And if you, as a client or as a trainer, I want a client who's willing to put in the work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want someone who's willing to meet me halfway. You
Well,
know?
and I think that starts to shift because then you start to step into
Yeah.
that person, and you start to respect yourself, because
Mhm.
when they don't do the work and when they keep saying this, it's just like if you had a boyfriend that's like treating you away, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm
Exactly.
gonna deal with it. Like, that's
Yeah.
fine. Like, he's treating me badly, but I'm gonna still stick around. But you put up that front, like, no, I'm not gonna deal with that,
Yeah.
because I respect myself enough. I
Exactly.
respect my services
Yeah.
enough
Yeah.
to know that I'm providing something
Yeah.
for you. And then when you do that, you start to attract that
Yeah.
too.
And
Mhm.
I mean, kind of side note, I I don't know if you noticed it, but I noticed it. I mean, you've been here for almost 2 years, a little over 2 years,
Yeah.
but I noticed like I obviously not early on, but I mean, you were still kind of newer, like
Yeah.
training when you started here,
Yeah.
kind of a little, well,
Exactly.
is this going to work for you? And then you took the trip to First Form
Yeah.
for the
Mhm.
first invite where your coach invited you out,
Yeah.
and you came back and you were a different
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
I don't
Mhm.
know if you kind of like felt
Yeah.
that, but like
Absolutely.
when like you started posting, you started talking about it, and like
Yeah.
you almost felt like I could feel that like you were confident in what you were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that because, like you said, we are our worst critics, and I feel like I really do that a lot to myself, and then I overanalyze everything.
Mhm.
But then there comes to a point where you have to like quiet that noise and be like, okay, like either I'm gonna listen to that or I'm
Yeah.
gonna tap into this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then and I owe First Form, I will always preach about them. They have really helped me a lot step into the coach that I am and show me,
You guys have the
how
same
valuable
coach,
I
yeah?
am.
No, different
No.
coach.
No, we have different
coaches for the first
coaches.
one.
Yeah.
Different
Yeah.
coaches.
Somebody else share or another one of our coaches has the same one, no?
I
Or-
Yeah.
I have the same one as Tal.
Got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have
That's
the
what it
same one
was.
as Tal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
But
no.
yeah, I mean the shift coming from first form is it's undeniable. When
Yeah.
you come home, you go there and there is an undeniable energy
Yeah.
and within the community and the gym itself and it's so welcoming. Like you walk into
Yeah.
a group of people, you go there alone
Yeah.
and you leave with so many friends.
Well, when you get there to begin with,
Yeah.
you're like, I have never even met these people in
Yeah.
person, but they are like
and
my
then
family.
I
Yeah.
remember talking
It
to her
really
about it. Like
is.
you come back to this gym and like we were even saying like we're the ones to bring that same energy to
Yes,
Vegas.
that
Yeah.
Like
same culture
you want
here.
people to walk into the Strip Barbell and say, "Wow, someone greeted me at the door. They made me
Yeah.
feel welcomed there. They
Yeah.
showed me around." Like you want someone to get that same energy and make them feel wanted in
Yeah.
a gym. It's already hard enough to get yourself to the
It's
gym.
so hard
You
to
know,
get
you
yourself
want them to
the
have a
gym.
good experience here. I think that that's
Exactly.
super important.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a
100%.
different experience because I went to first form, but I was on like the vendor side. So
Yeah.
like, I got to go
Yeah.
as like because we sold like the
Mhm.
supplements and stuff, not
Yeah.
with as like an online coach or anything like
Yeah.
that. But still that same thing. Like I remember walking in and I went into the restroom and somebody washed their hands and grabbed the paper towels
Yeah.
and then wiped
Oh,
the
yeah.
sink.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Like I'm
You're
like,
like, how do we do
I'm
that
like,
over
and
here?
I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, all right, as a business owner myself though,
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
standard.
Yes.
Like
I love
move the
that.
salt shaker back to the middle, like
Exactly.
every single time. And it's like
Yeah.
you
Nothing
walked
out of
around,
place.
everything was there, everything was clean.
contagious.
Yeah, it
Like
is.
the
It
environment,
is.
the energy. I mean,
Yeah.
shit, the fourth person for the entire company offered to like drive me to the airport. And
Exactly.
I was
Yes,
like,
they do that.
I'm like, I can take an Uber. He's like, no. Like
Yes.
Brian,
so
yeah.
sweet.
Every
so
time, like-
genuine. They-
Brian and his
yeah.
wife
They
both. I
always
mean,
take
they're
us
like,
up.
you
The
can stay at our.
best.
I'm like,
So they're the
I'm just like,
best.
I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, like,
They're
but I mean, the
amazing.
hospitality, I
Yeah,
mean, through the
it's
roof.
just-
I mean,
yeah,
in
it's
terms of
amazing. They're
Yeah.
that and
amazing.
everything else.
Mhm.
So I mean, kind of going from there. Both of you guys have amazing online presence, social media. Like as female trainers, like what's some of the like struggles and or like positive things that you guys have seen from social media? I know you said earlier on it wasn't really available as much, but now
Yeah.
obviously it's everywhere. TikTok,
Yeah.
Instagram,
Yeah.
Facebook,
sure.
everything. Like
Yeah.
Sierra, what do you like? I know you just recently hit 10,000
Yeah,
followers.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
congrats.
Thank
We
you,
didn't
thank
get
you,
you any
guys.
balloons or anything. But,
It's okay. My fiance did.
Yes.
He did. Yes.
Yeah,
Boarding
so I
king,
mean,
he is.
Obviously, y'all start with one. And
Yeah.
how like what did that like look like for you? Like what is like what's the ideal like outcome there? Like what do you like to post about? Like what do you like what's the message?
Yeah. So for me, my message is really just helping women realize that they can elevate their lifestyle through healthy habits. And I feel like sometimes one of the biggest struggles is like just staying authentic to yourself, like in like a world that is so noisy. I think that it's hard to, always know directly what you're trying, like the message that you're trying to relay through your social media, because everybody perceives things differently. So I think that social media is just so loud. It's like
You mean
it's
everybody doesn't have like 5 Lamborghinis? And,
yeah,
like,
exactly.
yeah.
It's just it is hard. It's very consuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say that that's a struggle is finding like the balance. Like I think me and G have talked about this. Is
Yeah.
like when you go scrolling, like for us, like most of the time, like we're looking at like market research in a
Yeah.
sense. Like we're like, okay,
Sure.
what's going well and what's not.
working on
Yeah, and
their
what's
page.
working.
Yeah.
And then it almost is like your brain is never silent because you're like, oh my God,
Yes.
that's a great idea. That's a great idea. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a great idea.
Yeah, you should
Yeah.
see my notes pad.
I
It's,
know,
like,
me
full
too.
of another person's
Like,
content
copy
that I'm
and
like, I
link.
love that.
Yeah.
Link. Yeah.
That was my last post the
Exactly.
other
Yeah.
day, my ghost. In
Yeah,
the gym when I was
exactly.
walking around. everybody
Oh
was like,
yeah,
"What
I
the fuck are
love
you
that.
doing?"
No, that's
Like,
so awesome.
Social media is
Yeah.
it goes back to that where it's like it should be fun.
It
Yeah.
should be fun.
I miss when it was
absolutely.
like fun and
yeah.
I feel like I fell into the loop for a long time of trying to pitch
Yeah.
something, like trying to
Oh,
pitch
yeah.
training.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I realized that just doesn't work for me and it's not
Yeah.
fun. I want content to be enjoyable for the
Yes.
viewer and obviously you want to relay the message of letting someone know that they're available to change. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
If
Yeah, I
you're
mean,
not- whatever you're
there's
not
nothing
changing,
wrong with, I
choosing.
mean, having like soft call to actions or
Yeah.
like, hey, like I'm
Yes,
available or
exactly.
like, hey,
Exactly.
like, I mean, if you're struggling finding that, or if you're just
Yeah.
like stuck, like, hey, like
100%.
reach out, like
Yeah.
but it doesn't have to be like I see it all the time, and it like, I mean, it's almost cringe, but like again, if it gets people to stop and finally take action, it is what
Mhm.
it is. But they're like, I'm taking on 5 new like da da
Yeah.
da da's, and like,
Yeah.
or like
I
I have
do get
4 more
that.
places left
I
in
have
my
4 more
this
spots.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, in the same regard, like if there's not the call to like, if there's not the sense of urgency, I mean, it's like I still have people that inquire that I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, like what are you doing lately? They're like, oh, I haven't worked out in a little while, and I'm like, oh, how long's it been? Like a
Yeah.
couple months. So like, oh, pre-COVID. I'm like, COVID was 5 years ago.
Yeah, you're like,
I'm
dude,
like,
what
it's
are you
not
doing?
just yesterday. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like,
No,
oh,
but
I
people
haven't
hold
worked out
on
in a
to
while,
that.
or it
Yeah.
hasn't been 5
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
It's not like,
It's
oh
not.
yeah, I just got out of
Yeah.
it like a month ago,
Yeah.
or I got back from
Mhm.
vacation in like 2 weeks. It's been tough
Yeah.
to get back into the gym.
100%.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you're just like, all right, like,
But it is so great from the perspective that you are able to reach so many people
Oh,
that
yes.
you mostly never speak to anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many people that I went to high school with or even middle school
Mhm.
with that
Yeah.
like Sierra and I have known each other since we were in high school.
Yeah.
oh wow,
And
both here in Vegas.
yeah,
No.
both here in Vegas.
Oh wow,
And
I didn't know that.
like in that scenario, you know each other growing up, but when
Yeah.
you're 10 years down the line, like it gives people the availability to reach you
Mhm.
and to
Yeah.
find common ground and have that conversation.
Yeah.
And I think that that's such an amazing thing. Like you could talk to
is.
so many people around the world, make them feel so seen, make
Yeah.
them feel so heard on their journeys.
Mhm.
And like everyone has their own battles that they don't share on
Absolutely,
on
100%.
social media. And I think that it allows a space where people feel like they're your friend. And I
Yeah.
think that
Yeah.
that's a cool
So
aspect.
in your training and with clients, like what percentage currently would you say is online versus in person?
Recently, last year, I decided to make the switch to focusing primarily online.
Yeah.
And that was something that was really hard the first few months
Yeah.
Yeah.
because people look at it as a downgrade of in person, but it's
Yeah.
really not.
Yeah.
And I was trying to find my shift in that. And now I would say
Percentage,
70% is online and
Oh, wow.
30% is in person.
Mostly still Vegas or all over?
I would say 5 out of state.
5 out of state?
Yeah.
Sierra?
Nice. I'm more in person.
Yeah.
So like I would say
Still
like
earlier on? Like,
yeah.
yeah. I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I feel like it's like there's like tiers to it, just like
Mhm.
Yeah,
anything where it's
100%.
like
Yeah.
I get enough of it in person. That's like I
Yeah.
don't have time for that, or like financially wise, people
Yeah.
want to work with me, or like I just don't like. I remember trying to. I mean, whenever somebody inquires on our website, I always just hand it out, and
Yeah.
geez, like I got availability in 2 months. I was like,
Yeah.
can I give them to somebody else? I'm like, I'm pretty sure like
No,
this
no.
girl is not wanting to wait 2 months
Yeah,
for personal
I know,
training. She's
yeah,
like,
I know.
yeah, no
Exactly.
problem at all.
Yeah.
I'm like, but like obviously here, like I don't personal train. That's
Yeah.
not kind of my background. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I do group training,
Yeah.
group fitness, CrossFit, but
Mhm.
like if anybody inquires, like that is one of our benefits of like our trainers is that like, hey, like, I mean,
Yeah.
yes, you're part of ours. And like, I'm
Mhm.
not trying to take that for myself. Like those are
Yeah.
like handed
Yeah.
back to all of our
100%.
trainers.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
And especially like, I mean, our earlier ones are ones that are like a little more nervous. I mean, like for instance, Mariella, I mean, like when
Mhm.
she started, like
Yeah.
I wanted to do everything possible to like,
Help
she
her.
wanted to be a personal trainer. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm going to fucking make sure you win.
Yeah.
Like as
Yeah.
long as you're willing
she
to show up and
deserves
do the
to.
work
Yeah,
and like,
yeah.
like you've been
deserves
with
to.
me, like you're a member at my CrossFit gym,
Mhm.
you're a coach at my tread gym.
Yeah.
Now you want to
Yeah.
do personal training and
Yeah.
get out of like
Love
law,
it.
like let's go.
Yeah, I
Like,
remember
Yeah,
when
like
she
that's so
started.
awesome.
let's
Yeah,
just
that's
kind of
exciting.
like keep
I remember
going
when
and
she started.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, kind of leading on that, or from that kind of, what benefits? I mean, in like, I mean, you can be positive or negative here. Like in terms of like, I mean, obviously finding a home here at the Strip Barbell. Like in terms of the other personal trainers here, the community, the space.
Yeah.
What growth have you guys seen from? I mean, being part of our gym.
You want to take the lead on this?
Sierra, you want to go? Oh, that's a tough.
I know that's
Yeah.
a tough question. I have
Yeah.
to think about it. So like you're saying in like the aspect of like
Just like the other trainers that you're around. I mean,
Yeah.
the atmosphere of the
okay,
gym,
so you're talking
being a personal
okay,
trainer
absolutely.
here.
The biggest thing that I would say is that's a benefit is definitely the community. Is
Mhm.
like the
Yeah.
people that we're surrounding ourselves with, the
Air
other trainers.
conditioning, you can fucking
Yeah.
say whatever you want.
Yeah,
Like, there's
yeah,
air
it's-
conditioning
there's
here.
Literally
Yeah.
look
It's
at
not
them
hot
like,
in the
yeah.
fucking
You're-
summer and
Yeah.
not cold as fuck in the winter. You can say
Yeah.
that.
Oh my gosh, Joe, you're
And
so
both of you
funny.
guys came from places that
Yeah.
were not air conditioned.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, but
Yeah,
I mean,
you're
whatever
funny.
you want to say.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No. No, I definitely think that this gym has been
Mhm.
just by far the most amazing gym that I've trained out of.
Yeah.
I do think that we have an amazing staff here, like with all of like
Yeah.
the trainers. We all respect each other, and everybody is trains differently, and I think that it's awesome to lean on each other. When we want to learn new
Yeah.
things, or we have questions. I think that the most important part is that we work really well as a team,
That's cool.
and that we're like a family.
Yeah.
I love it here.
We have espresso when I'm tired.
Yeah,
and
I
air
know.
conditioning
espresso
and a
when we're
couch.
tired.
I know.
And I think that it just makes it such a welcoming gym
It
that
is,
my
yeah.
clients love to come back.
Yeah.
My clients talk to the other trainers,
Yeah.
talk to the
Yeah.
other like clients of,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
that's what I
Yeah.
wanted when I
Mhm.
was over at my other gym. Like I wanted that so desperately for my people. Like there was a community over there, but I wanted my people, like
Yeah.
I wanted them to know them
Have
by name,
relationships,
and have the
them by
relationships.
and
Because it makes it so much easier when they show up
Yeah.
here, and I think that that's what's has helped with retention is
Yeah.
that people enjoy
100%.
being here because of
Yeah.
the
G,
community.
anything to add on that? Or no?
Yeah, I mean, my first day that I came to this gym, I literally
Yeah.
cried because I was so happy.
I remember they had the,
was so fun.
was that the hand tunnel?
Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
Was
made
that
little
me-
the,
hand tunnel.
yeah.
We're like,
Yeah, I was like, and it was that time of the month, and I was like, I can't. Like,
yay,
and
she's
so I
here.
mean, from day one, like I felt really, really
Yeah.
welcomed. Like, and that was even a week where it was kind of like you had offered, like,
Yeah.
come check it out, no obligations. You don't have
Yeah.
to stay if you don't like it.
Mhm.
And within that first hour, I was like, oh my god, like I love these people. Like
I
I
mean-
just seriously, this gym has elevated my personal growth so much.
Yeah.
And I feel like it really does allow my business to take it to the next level.
Yeah.
And Joe, you have opened so many opportunities for me, like
Yes.
so many. I wouldn't be the person I am today without this gym,
Appreciate
you
that.
know, and
Yeah.
that's it's just incredible. And when you surround yourself by someone like Sierra, like we have a very similar training style, you know,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
come from very similar backgrounds, but whenever Sierra does something, I'm like, that is fucking awesome. How do I do that too? Like
Yeah.
she really does like set the standard, and it makes you want to do better when you're surrounded by someone that you see is doing so well and is coming from the same position as you. You're like, if she does good, then I can do good too.
Yeah.
And it just constantly makes you
Yeah.
want to elevate. And that's so powerful.
So-
That's so rare.
powerful.
Kind of sticking with
Absolutely.
that. Like, I mean, both of you guys, I mean, I've seen, what is it? Probably the last 6 months have gone to a lot of like group engagements, group meetups with
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
your clients
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I mean, you just had one you both had one on Commons, or no? You had
I
one
won
at
this
She has
Buffalo.
one this
You
weekend.
have one this weekend.
Yeah.
So like, tell me about that. Like, how did those get started, and like,
Yeah.
what do you have going on? Like, what's the next one that you have
Yeah.
going on, and how do
Mhm.
people like find out about it?
For sure. Yeah. So I was actually encouraged by First Form to start community events. It was something
Damn,
that I
First
lacked.
Form.
I know,
It's-
they're
yeah.
the
First
best.
Form.
They're the best.
They
My
are the
coach
best.
from First Form had encouraged community events. It was something I was really uncomfortable with doing.
So-
And
Yeah, you don't know if
Oh
anybody's
my-
going to show up.
I know anyone's
Yeah.
gonna show up. Am I
Especially
good at
when
it?
you're first starting off,
Yeah.
you're like,
I don't know what to
I don't even
say.
think I have an audience for
Yeah.
that just yet.
So it is nerve wracking, but
Yeah.
and within the first, I want to say the first year we did them every month. Sierra started doing them shortly after. We saw great results from that community.
Yeah, both
And
separate
then
though. You guys
both separate.
have your own
Yeah.
like kind of
Yeah.
communities and
Separate,
stuff
yeah.
like that. They're not like
Yeah.
intertwined or anything
Mhm.
like that. They're
And
both
then-
separate.
Yeah.
Eventually, I had created She Club,
Yeah.
which was a little bit more of a branded deal for community events,
Yeah.
and I think that that gives people a brand to follow
Yeah.
versus
So,
just a person.
so tell me what is She Club and like an elevator pitch?
Yeah, so it stands for support, honor, and empowerment. So it's basically just going for supporting, honoring, and empowering one another on our fitness journeys.
Awesome.
It's a women-based
Yeah.
workout club.
Mhm.
So really inclusive. I want people of all demographics to feel like they can come and have a good workout,
Yeah.
but mainly just make connections because
Yeah.
that was something that I wanted, when first
Yeah.
starting.
Yeah.
And yeah, ever since then we've actually grown by a lot. So it's
Yeah.
really cool how much
I know
it's
we
grown.
can't even do them at Tread anymore.
I know.
We can't even
We're
do them
too
at the other
big.
gym. There's
We're
too many
too-
people.
That's
We're
gonna have
Getting
to be
too
a
big.
private. Yeah.
Sierra?
Yeah.
Is there a name of yours as well, or
I don't necessarily have like a branded like community. I have my Facebook
what's that
community.
called?
Elevate Her.
See, there you go.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elevator.
Yeah.
Like the elevator pitch. No.
There you go.
Yeah. Tell me, like, who's that community for?
Yeah, that community is for girls that feel like they're lost and that they, feel like they're stuck in the position that they're in right now, and they feel like maybe the cards that were dealt to them, like in life, just seems impossible to rewrite. But I want to give them the space to be able to be surrounded by people that can help elevate them,
Yeah.
elevate to her, which is
Yeah.
like the best version of
Yeah.
themselves.
When's the next one?
The next one is going to be, we're going to be doing an Uncommons
Nice.
in the month of November.
Yeah.
So yeah, that will be our next
What
one.
is it?
It's
Like, is it like, is
the
it fitness or is it
rooftop,
what? Yeah.
fitness. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just an outdoor workout.
Cool.
There's other couple things in the books that me
Gianni?
and Gianni are planning.
Gianni, when's your next one?
Yeah.
Mine is this weekend.
Wow.
It's
Okay.
this Saturday.
So
It's
spots left?
Also
the
Uncommons.
Uncommons.
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
about 100 people signed up.
Unlimited
Yeah.
amount of spaces.
Yeah.
The entire parking
Unlimited.
garage.
Yeah. So,
Yes. No, it's literally so
yeah,
big up there.
great.
It's amazing.
It's great. Yeah.
They put on such great community events up there, which is awesome.
Yeah, but we both aim for around once a month, every few weeks
Yeah,
to kind
once
of
a
put them
month,
on.
yeah.
So yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything else you guys want to talk about? No, I think we got kind of covered a
think we
little bit all
covered
bases.
Yeah, I
for
think
a good
we
one- for
covered a
first one.
lot of
Yeah.
stuff, which
Awesome.
is awesome.
Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I mean, obviously, if you want to be able to reach out to either Gianni or Sierra,
Mhm.
Gianni, you want to give your Instagram and
Yeah. Yeah. So my Instagram is _ Gianni Bianco,
Okay.
and my She Club account is she.clublv.
Awesome. And Sierra?
My Instagram is going to be _ Sierra Rivera.
All right.
And that's,
Perfect. All right, guys. Well, if you liked today's episode, please like, share, subscribe. We'd love to do more, not only with both of them, but with other people throughout our community, telling stories of our
Absolutely.
testimonials of our clients, the kind of personal growth of our trainers, and just people that are kind of within the community. Obviously, the theme of the room is Greek mythology, and I mean, telling stories and building bodies, and kind of a blend of the both.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys both for taking the time
Yeah,
to
thank
do
you.
this.
Of
I
course,
appreciate
thanks
it.
That was
for
fun.
Yeah.
A few moments later.
No,
Yes, thank you.
no
Can't talk.
no
and brain's
tissues
shutting off.
necessary. Yeah,
Yeah.
no tissues
No
necessary.
accent
Did you
came
cut that
out.
right before?
Oh,
No, I'm just
No,
kidding.
no accent came
I was
out.
getting close.
no,
Yeah, we
we
got
didn't
no
get the
English, or
accent.
no English,
no
no
accent
country.
came
I know,
out.
I was
sorry.
waiting for it. I
No,
was
we
like,
were
knock it
too
off.
we were too locked
I
in.
was in.
We
I
were
was
in.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well,
What was
thank
that?
you, Joe.
Like 45 minutes?
That was a
That's
good
not too
time.
bad.
Yeah.
40 minutes?
I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, 37. Perfect.
Yes, we love
Nobody
that.
wants to listen for like a Rogan episode of like,
no,
Yeah.
Rogan's
2 hours.
A
We
quick
love
drive
Rogan.
home.
I will get like
Yeah.
halfway through Rogan, and then I'll be like, "Nah, I'm done."
and I feel like it's
Like-
the same, like the first 30 minutes, like repeats.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I like Huberman as well,
Oh,
but
I
I can
love
only
Huberman.
listen.
yeah,
Like,
I got on.
Oh,
but
him
like
I
I'm like,
love him.
fuck, like 3
You have
hours
to
worth.
lock
You're
in
just like,
for Huberman.
You have to-
You have
yeah.
to be like a very attentive.
You better
for
be
him.
cleaning the house.
yeah,
Doing
I've been
some
listening to
laundry.
Amy
Yeah.
Poehler's podcast.
Yeah.
Amy Poehler, she is from Baby Mama. She is
I've
from.
never heard of her.
She's
You
an
got-
SNL girl.
Do you guys know who? Or like, you guys watch like Chris Williamson?
Yes,
podcast,
love
Word of
him.
Wisdom?
Nick loves Chris Williams.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love him.
Is it crazy that like the day that like Sam Sulek and Chris Bumstead were
Yeah.
both here, like they both released like
Yeah.
those 2 episodes?
First
and I'm
off,
like,
they were
I've
all
listened
so
to, like,
nice.
They were
Yeah.
amazing.
They were
people.
really
They were
nice people. That whole crowd was. Which
Yeah,
was
they
awesome.
were.
And if you would have told
Very
my
lucky.
19-year-old self that I met C-Bomb, I would have been crazy.
You'd be like,
At 19, I was obsessed. That's
Yeah?
awesome. Yeah.
I mean,
he's great.
was that like his first year that he won?
I don't know.
19. I mean, you're 25 now. He had
Yeah.
six titles in a row. So I mean, yeah,
Insane.
right around that.
Maybe, yeah,
Six
around
titles
that
in a row.
time.
That
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, really.
There you go, Dino.
Uh,
Dino
uh,
got his shine.
yeah.
Dino got his shine.
Who's Dino?
He's the one that won this year, Mr.
Oh,
Olympia.
gotcha.
That's right.
I am
He's our
not in that
new-
world. Like
He's
I
our
try
new
to be
Mr.
like I was
Olympia.
trying to
I'm
be all
no
week
longer
long.
in that world.
Like all week long, I'm like, who the hell is
Yeah.
this person? Like everybody's like,
Yeah.
they're like, who was
Yeah.
it? They're like, Urs. Like they just said, Urs is on the way. I was like, who the like
Yeah.
URS? Does that stand for anything? And then like I had to
Yeah.
Google it, and I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
like Miracle Bear
For
guy.
sure.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. that's
really cool,
funny.
though.
No, yeah. I love Layla Hermosi, though. That's my podcast.
You know, I met
Is
her.
And she's like she's like a quick, like
Yeah.
it's like a quick, like 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She gets to the point and she gets out.
Yeah,
I met her
actually
at
listen
Poppy's.
to every.
Did you?
Yeah. At Poppy's Frozen Yogurt.
Really?
She was at Poppy's with Alex.
You're like,
Ramirez.
hi, how are you?
No, I
you-
hope she never
yeah.
remembers that because I
Why?
Were you
What
like,
did you say?
I didn't,
I-
didn't know what
Poops,
to
you looked
say.
at
I
her and
just
was like,
sounded like an
the-
idiot.
Hoops. No, I had my hoodie on, sweatshirts, my ears were tucked out of my hoodie. She comes up because I'm looking at all the flavors, my hunger self. I'm looking at all the flavors. She comes in, can I try that one? I'm like, oh yeah, sorry. Didn't realize it was her.
Oh, you
And
were
you were working.
No, I was getting flavors, but I was taking so long to decide.
Oh, that like
and if
she's
we're
like,
gonna
can
be
you
honest,
get out of the way? I'm ready
you know,
to like.
if we're gonna
kinda
be honest
order.
today, I was a little bit. Can I say hi? Can I say hi? I was a little bit high at the time, so I just wasn't processing.
Yeah,
You
got
know,
it.
I wasn't
I
processing.
seen
it
her
was
at Sorry Not Sorry, but then I realized later on that was her.
Yeah,
because I was like, I know that buff
just
guy.
wasn't prepared. I know that
Yeah.
buff.
It was
I know that
Alex.
no strip.
That nose strip. Oh my gosh, I can't. Okay.
Yeah, I actually went to Alex Hermosi's scaling workshop.
How was it?
Yeah, how was
It's
that?
good.
Yeah,
It was good.
Did you learn a lot?
Yes and no. Like I learned there's a lot that like some was over my head, so it's like I
Mhm.
wasn't ready for it. But
Yeah.
there was other things where I'm just like it was the reassurance that you just need to do more.
yeah,
Like you just need more reps.
Yeah.
You just need to do more. You
Just
just
keep
need to
doing it.
advertise more. And like
Yeah.
it was like we only had tread 1. So like since then, I mean, we opened tread 2 and
Yeah.
I opened up barbell or
Yeah.
re-expanded
Yeah.
barbell.
yeah,
But it was more so just like the first day was like going over like what a company or how to
Mhm.
evaluate like what your company's
Mhm.
worth.
yeah.
And I mean, I probably bullshitted my like revenue a little bit in terms of like being there. I mean, there
Yeah.
were businesses that were well more established,
Yeah.
and I was like, I mean, it's different though. Like, I mean, like in different industries and
Mhm.
stuff like that. But I
Yeah.
was like, I was happy to be there. I was excited for like this stuff that we did talk about and the
Yeah.
questions that I did get to answer in the small groups.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it would necessarily like help in a like in a personal training. Like there's other people that are better in like the
Yeah.
training space, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like for
They
business,
just know how to sell an offer
for business
though.
stuff, yeah.
Mhm.
For like pure business offers, I mean, I guess you could say online or brick and mortar. I
Mhm.
mean, like
Yeah.
it's more that side.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was really good. I
Mhm.
mean, I didn't stay for the like additional. I felt like I left with enough confidence. I just need to go and advertise more and sell more
apply it.
people and get more
Mhm.
that like I didn't sign up for the ongoing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a good experience, especially to be around like all the business owners that were
Yeah.
Oh,
there and
absolutely.
just like
Just getting in a room like that and like
yeah, and I mean, even
Feeling
though
that
like they're in
energy.
completely different like industries, like there was one that just did like trash can cleaning, like I mean, but like crushes like has like
Yeah.
multiple states and multiple trucks and all that
Awesome.
type of shit,
Yeah.
and like doing $multi-million like cleaning people's trash cans, and
Yeah.
you're just like, oh fuck, like you just
Yeah.
gotta do more.
Yeah.
You literally just like
Yeah.
have
You're
to
like,
like
how do I
get more
do
people
get-
on
yeah.
board and like
Yeah.
do a second location and see
Yeah.
if like
Joe, this gym is
yeah.
it's gonna continue.
Yeah.
To thrive.
The growth you've
Yeah.
like already shown.
You
It's
guys are?
crazy.
I mean,
Might
Yeah.
I mean, I want to
Come on.
phase 4, we'll call it, because right now we're on 3. This
Mhm.
is phase 3.
Yeah.
1 was when it was in tread. I don't
Yeah.
know if you guys even knew about that. You guys
Mm-mm.
you guys
What?
clearly weren't here.
What?
Barbell? Barbell was a 250 square foot room in the front office where the coaching office is there.
Yeah.
That was a squat rack and a lifting platform. And
Yeah.
it had its
Joe.
own online like website for everything where you could buy hours there. And like
Wow.
I was literally like 10, 15 phone calls a day of like telling people no because we didn't have there's no
Wow.
stair climbers, there's
Yeah.
no there's no free weights. I'm like,
And then you got to a point you're like, I need to open one.
I
Yeah.
literally I mean, not my business partner now, but like at the time it was Vance, and I was like,
Yeah.
hey, like I'm literally telling 10 people a day, no. I'm like, there's 10 grand right there. Like,
Yeah.
let's do like a full version of barbell.
Yeah.
He's like, aren't we making any money? And he's like, we just spent 19 grand on this room,
Yeah.
and you already
Yeah.
want to fucking move it over. And
Yeah.
I'm like, well, we got something because it's
Yeah.
working,
Yeah,
and like clearly we're
exactly.
turning a lot of people away
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
And then obviously we did it with the smaller version. And then I
Mhm.
mean, immediately like what we got from that was like super like positive. But then
Yeah.
there was also the like not criticisms, but the like, hey, like I like to use machines once in a while. I like a
Yeah.
pec deck. I like a Smith machine.
Yeah.
I
There's
like
always
this,
room
that.
for more.
I like some
Yeah.
recovery stuff. And you're
Mhm.
like, noted. And you're like,
Yeah.
all right.
How
And
am I
so
gonna
now,
make that?
yeah. So now it's
Yeah.
like
Not gonna make
now
this
where we're
happen.
at, and it's like
Yeah.
we bring on 13 trainers, and it's like
Mhm.
the back room's a little
Mhm.
tight. Maybe
Yeah.
we need a little
Yeah.
bit more.
And one thing about
functional
you is like
space.
you'll always find a way to get more.
Yeah,
Like
and
you
that's what I
always find a way to make the experience better for us.
exactly.
And it's so admirable. Like it's
Yeah.
so cool.
I mean, so like how I always look at it, and how like I mean trainers, like coaches, doesn't matter. Like if somebody comes in and somebody's willing to like like invest in me, which I mean, being a personal trainer here,
Mhm.
meaning moving your personal business from
Mhm.
somewhere else to here
Mhm.
or starting up.
Mhm.
Like if you believe in me that much, like
Mhm.
I want to do everything possible to like elevate you and make
Yeah.
you feel like if somebody asks you what you do, I want you to be able to smile about it
Yeah.
and invite them in. I want like it sucked for a while, like at the beginning, like when you guys were all in that like little tiny like
Yeah.
storage closet in the
Mhm.
back, and I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck, like, and then like we're expanding it, and like initially like we didn't like plot anywhere for it,
Yeah.
and then like I was talking with Mike and Jared about like podcasts, and I was like, that's it right there,
Mhm.
and I was like, I
Yeah.
mean, obviously with the coach's office now, I want to like my thought is that like it sucks like when you tell your parents that like I just want to be like I want to be a fitness coach, and they're like, what
Mhm.
is that? Like you don't want to be a doctor, you don't want to be a
Yeah.
dentist, so
Yeah,
you're like,
exactly.
they're like, well, like you didn't need a degree in like 17 years like
Yeah.
that, and like da, da, da,
Yeah.
da. And it's like you bring people like if you were to bring like your mom or your dad in and you like show them like this is where I eat lunch, and like the
Yeah.
old one, you're like
Yeah.
they'd be like, all right, you got 6 more months of this, and then
Yeah.
we're gonna
Yeah,
find you
yeah,
a real
yeah.
job. Now
Yeah.
it's like now I feel like you come in here and you're like, yeah, if I want to share experiences with my clients, we sit
Mhm.
over here inside this like gorgeous podcast room.
Yeah.
If you want like in between clients, like this is my shared space with all the other trainers, and
Mhm.
like I'm always like, I want to do more and I want it to be better than any other experience.
Yeah.
And like, I don't need to like sell people on coming to me. If like my coaches are asked by other coaches, like, where do
Mhm.
you train or whatever? And you're like, you get that like smile, like you're like excited to tell people.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
that's like that's way easier. Like
it's-
I like we were saying before about
But
like,
I've like you've literally have elevated like within like since I've came here like
Yeah.
within 2 years like this gym is completely different than when like we first got here, and
Yeah.
I've been at other gyms that and we know a gym
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
that it has made no progress whatsoever.
I
Has
mean,
not
if yeah, I
changed.
mean, if you're not building more, if you're not like, I think it as much as like you're still doing like as much as people are still doing the same thing, they like to see growth. They like to
Mhm.
see like opportunity. Like they like to
Yes.
see like
Mhm.
a vision of more. You know what I mean? Like
I
of
agree.
like not like, hey, this is like what it's gonna be for
Yeah.
forever, but you're like, hey, like this is what it is
Yeah.
now. And I don't like to say the like carrot on the stick, but just the fact that
Yeah.
like reinvesting in the
Yeah.
community, reinvesting in the gym,
It's
like
only gonna make
trying
you
to
more
grow,
money
trying to
too.
do
Yeah.
You
more.
have to
And
continue
you
to invest
should
in
always
yourself.
want more. You should always want more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Like
then you just
there
get
has to be
complacent.
more. Yeah.
Then it's just like the
Yeah.
same thing.
Did you get all this too? Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
I was like, that's the second one.
By the way,
That's
I wanted to
episode
tell
number
you,
2.
I came to your tread class when you first opened that tread over there.
Did you?
I did.
Did
And
was I coaching or was somebody else?
I think you may have. I remember meeting you.
Yeah.
And I was brought by a friend, Marcel. Do you know
Okay, yeah,
Marcel?
of course.
And he broke your mirror.
Yeah. Yeah, dumped a
I was-
dumbbell right off his lap.
Really?
Right into the
Oh my gosh. I
Yeah.
remember that. I think back, I was like, wow, that's so crazy. Like literally the fact that like I was working in hospitality at that time and I
Yeah.
wasn't even a coach then or
Okay.
even thinking about being a coach.
Yeah.
And then I went to your tread
Wow.
class.
Yeah, that
At
wasn't even that long
6
ago.
a.m.
Yeah, treads now. This is our 3rd year anniversary.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
3 years of tread, 8 years of CrossFit, 2 years
here,
of barbell.
Right? 2 years, yeah.
Yeah.
You're
2.
going on we're coming up on 3 though, right? No.
No, we opened in like soft opened in August of 2 years ago. So it'll be 3 years in August ish. Trying to remember.
Next August.
Yeah,
Yeah.
next August.
Okay,
it'll
so
be
then
3.
I've been
Yeah,
coaching for about
Yeah.
3 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little bit before here, and then obviously got dragged over by Tom. She's like, put you in the
Come over
headlock.
here.
She's
Yeah.
like, come with me.
Yeah.
No,
You're
I'm
going with
so
me.
happy I did.
Yeah.
You have to get uncomfortable though because
Yeah.
like over
I get
there like I knew everybody, like it was fun, but like it was not going to be a place where I was going to be able to grow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, you know,
that
coming over
limiting
here,
factor.
it was just quiet. It was just me, Jared,
Mhm.
and Talia. at
Yeah,
first.
the early
Yeah,
days.
The early
yeah.
days. It was so quiet.
Mhm.
And then it was
No,
like, okay.
I mean it's exciting
gotta get
because I mean even
uncomfortable.
like, I mean for what? I mean better part of the entire year and a half. I mean we had 6, 7 trainers,
Yeah.
and then like we announced like the like expansion, and I mean we went from like 7 to like
Yeah.
13 like overnight.
Look
Well,
at that.
I was just
See?
like-
People write
Yeah.
to me all the time and they
Yeah.
say like,
Yeah,
"Is your
stoked.
gym like like how much do you pay for rent?"
Yeah.
Like
We're
just like right off the
exclusive.
bat.
You
Yeah.
can't know
And
that.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Sorry.
Like go through the hiring process.
You have to go through the hiring process.
You have to do an interview.
Contact Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
weird.
see
None
if
of
he-
those, like, I get no referrals from No, I'm just kidding.
No, I have a few
Yeah.
people. I have
Yeah.
a few people that
Yeah, but I
definitely
thought
wanna
we're not
good right
taking
now.
anybody, so I'm like,
Yeah.
nah, you can't come.
I mean, always taking applications.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
All
like,
right,
we gotta,
Joe.
we gotta
Relay
build
the
phase.
message.
Like,
we
can
gotta
I
have a
just say that I
pipeline for
like
phase four.
our gym family? Like, I
Yeah.
just kind of
I
like it
got
where
a few
we're at.
people that would fit in.
Yeah.
I got a few people that would be good fits.
No, our whole thing is like, I mean, we wanted to obviously
I thought
bring
you only
on.
knew me.
Bestie, don't make me get crazy now.
Oh, there it is.
Make me get
Hey,
crazy.
There's the
I thought
country.
it was just us.
don't-
I didn't know you knew other trainers.
Oh
that
my
were,
gosh.
I thought
Oh
we
my
were
gosh, you're
only.
crazy.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
No, now I'm figuring
The
out that
bloopers
it's all
video right
lies.
here.
It's lies.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Talking about, I got a few people.
Yeah.
I got a few on the Ross.
Yeah, get a little nervous, like obviously with coming up with like the first of the year, and like
Mhm.
obviously everybody getting like being
Yeah.
back to actually using their memberships.
Oh
like,
my gosh, it's gonna
fully,
be
and, like,
yeah, it's gonna be busy.
and then like
in
it was
here.
like, all right, like let's get through a little bit of that,
Mhm.
see what 13 trainers looks like.
Yeah.
Because I mean, again, I also like don't want it to be a revolving door. I mean, I think we do very well at like solidifying like what we have, because it's not like we'll just take everything and anything
Yeah.
and it's like see
Yeah.
what sticks type deal. It's like, oh, like let's
Yeah.
let's bring on the right people. Let's make
Yes.
sure that they're a good fit, and then like
Mhm.
not only bring on the right people and make sure that they're a good fit, but like make sure that there's room for it. Make sure
Yeah.
that there's like that it's not just like squeezing every penny for the sake
Mhm.
of like what's right in front of you, but like
Exactly.
knowing that like,
But
hey,
you get a lot of drop-ins, and then you also get your members. So like, I feel like in the beginning of the year, like you're gonna get a spike in that too.
yeah,
you
I
know?
mean, obviously now having more of like the machine component. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah,
a lot
for
more
sure.
members. Like that was the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Membership wise early on is like it's not that people I think are like overwhelmed by not having like a machine to do a movement, but
Yeah.
it's like sometimes you just want to come in and do a bicep curl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just want to get out. You
Yeah.
just want to be like, go on the
Get
Smith
in and get out,
machine.
yeah.
Yeah, and like
I don't have
seeing
to
like
load the bar,
seeing
put
like
it
a bunch
away,
of
all
like
this
different stuff that you can use, as opposed to
Mhm.
like there's the 4 machines, and
Yeah.
Exactly.
tomorrow it's the same 4 machines.
Yeah.
Same form.
And like having like
run through the
yeah.
entire booty builder.
Yeah.
Just in a
Entire
circle.
bodybuilder.
I mean, but hey, early on, I mean, that was the I mean, thought is like, hey, we're gonna be a functional gym and girls.
yeah.
And like very
Yes,
female
women.
aesthetic. And like
Yeah.
when you walk in, you're like, they clearly like cater to like
Yeah.
2 things: people who want to squat, deadlift, bench press, and glutes.
Well, that was
And that's
like
it.
what brought me
Yeah.
here, because
Yeah.
my niche was all women at the time.
Yeah.
You know, I was coming from a gym that was definitely male dominated,
Yeah.
and
Which is
for
tough.
me it was fine. Like I didn't mind it there, but I could tell like my girls that were younger and beginners, they don't feel safe there.
Yeah.
You know,
So
Even
so
with like Bulldog Gianni, just
Yeah,
like keeping
you
people
know,
away, and like
if anyone
yeah.
calls me
She
bulldog,
was-
I'm taking that as a
she-
compliment.
She taking it to the
Yep.
elbow.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're like, I got you. Just come with me.
Yeah.
Elbowing
I'm like,
people
we're
out of the
good.
way.
We're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a good change of pace too. Like you want your clients to come in and feel
Yeah.
I mean, especially from a girl's perspective, like you want to
Yeah.
go in and there's
Yeah.
no creeps, and you have a no creep tolerance.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
That's
and
what
we
I
love
need.
that.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I need.
By
as a
the way-
Sometimes they make it a little bit longer than
Yeah.
I
I
like.
need no
Sometimes you guys like
creeps.
hold on to it. You're like, yeah, this person's been really rough. I was
Yeah.
like, why does nobody tell me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
because
just
every other
thugging it
gym I've
out.
been in, there's always a creep.
Yeah.
There's always a creep, and I'm not working anywhere where there's creep.
Yeah,
notes
why
on the
can't you
walls.
tell me that he's been here for
Especially-
7.5
I know.
hours sitting on the bike taking a nap?
Just taking
If
a
you're
nap
watching
up
this
against the
episode,
wall.
yes, you know it was you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay.
no, all good.
Mhm.
All right,
All right.
there we go. On to the next episode.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm
That was
ready for
fun.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
What are you gonna eat?
I don't know. What you thinking?
Oh,
Foods?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness. Get out of here before my fucking accent changes.
Well, you never
You're
gonna
know,
join in
Joe.
one of
You
these
better
days.
find out.
Yeah.
I got no country.
You're gonna join it. I thought that as well.
Yeah.
Listen, I can have a Jersey accent.
Yeah.
Oh, you're bilingual.
We have talked. We're gonna figure out best practice,
Mhm.
but we are going to have an additional coach's key
Cool.
for being able to come in and create content. Like if you just want
Mm.
to do like quick selfie mode for organic stuff.
Mhm.
That being
Sweet
said,
to
Yeah.
us.
that being said, it's not a fucking working space. Meaning it's not a
Huh.
pull out my laptop. It was allowed
Yeah.
in the office type deal, and like
Yeah.
we're sitting here just typing,
Yeah.
and turn that on.
Awesome, just to film a little content right here. Ba ba ba. Or like
Yeah.
put it up.
Or
and,
you
like,
set up-
talk, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We just got to figure out like, A, there's a lot of expensive equipment in
Yeah,
here,
of
and it's
course.
Fabian's, and I want to like make sure that like he always feels like comfortable, like that this space is like
Mhm.
it is a professional space.
I just don't want it to be.
Yeah.
It takes the one time for somebody to forget.
100%.
I'm not saying even the
Yeah.
community or the people here.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the one person.
And it's so, yeah,
100%.
Because they'll be like, "Cool, I'm gonna fucking steal this shit," and then
Mhm.
and it
Yeah.
sucks because
Yeah.
like I
you
mean.
know, it just takes the one time. and then-
100%.
I mean, same as that
Yeah.
time with like Marcel when he broke the fucking mirror. I'm like, I don't want to take $1,000 from Marcel. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's the tough part. Like
But
yes,
I think
it's
that also like setting that expectation, like yo, like
Well,
this
that's
is
what
like
we
what it
talked
is.
of, like at least ground rules. Because also too, remember I used to clean the gym,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and there was ants in that fucking little storage room. So I told him like, I don't want people eating in here doing something because,
Yeah.
like I said, it takes the
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
time, then that's more stuff.
Yeah.
to have to deal with.
Absolutely.
Like
yeah.
I keep up on everything. I try to constantly
Well,
maintain
and
everything.
Yeah.
usually
Like
you're here.
I
aren't
don't
you?
want to. Well,
Uh,
yeah, but
Yes, and nobody doesn't want to like. I mean, if he has to take off to the medical like place to do content, like he doesn't want to have to like relock
Yeah.
after and make sure.
I'm just curious, like, what if we just were able to exit through this back door rather than this way?
We can
Right?
figure it out.
Because like
Yeah.
then no,
Well, see,
we
that's
know
so-
100%
So
like
then
the
that,
people.
then we wouldn't even have to do a key because every time
Yeah.
one of them, everyone can have my number, but like, hey, I want to go in the podcast room. I make them a temporary code.
Yeah.
We can
That would probably be
figure
a better
something like that,
option
too.
Because then
versus
we
leaving
know
them
And
Yeah,
we
yeah.
don't have to
Yeah.
risk
Yeah.
ever somebody
Exactly.
forgetting
Yeah.
or like because the thing is, it's not that you guys would want to forget, but it's if somebody calls you and you're like, well,
Yeah.
real quick, go do something.
Exactly.
And then you're like, shit. And then
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
No,
so it's
100%.
that
And I
kinda
think that
stuff.
that would eliminate like us knowing like that randos would walk in here.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If because there nobody's going through our break room.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
that
No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
So we
There'll
get
always
it.
be
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
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 Yeah, at the beginning there was.
Yeah,
people that
we're
were curious,
but we
so
are
like,
trying to
well,
figure it
I've
out
seen
like
them.
Yeah.
best way to be able to do it and stuff like
Mhm.
that. Because again, I mean, like this is like Fabian's like productions, like
Yeah.
all of this, like so like I want to always make sure that he feels that like it's not just like more encroachment on
Yeah.
his like I don't want to call it turf, but like
Yeah.
more encroachment on like
Yeah.
his like actual business and his like actual
100%.
thing and like being respective of like both sides of it. We
Absolutely.
want to get more out there.
Yeah.
We want to have more accessibility. Like I get it that like all content doesn't need to be like produced, that there's also a very big like
Mhm.
area for just naturally setting up a
Mhm.
phone and just being able to like talk out loud and being
Yeah.
able to just be live or like hey, somebody just like crushed their like check in or whatever and you're like, hey, let's sit down off the floor real quick for 5 seconds and be
Yeah.
able to record something. Like we don't want to like neglect that, but like in the same regard, like we just also don't want it to become just like a
You wanna be
extra
mindful.
office to be able to work in,
100%.
I guess you could
Yeah.
say.
Yeah,
I
we
think
hear
then
you on that.
Yeah.
So I know you had asked me.
Then everybody
Yeah.
will just have, I'll give everybody my number and then I can
Yeah.
Yeah,
make it
we'll just-
temporary code.
That'd be
Hey, I wanna
great.
run in there, film
Yeah.
this.
Because Sierra had asked me, and like I felt like I was like, that's what I made it for, create content.
Yeah.
But like in the same regard, I'm like in the same
Like,
regard
damn,
though,
she
like
took
I'm,
me up on the
yeah.
offer that I handed
No,
out.
no. Like I mean, she asked like a different type offer. Obviously, like I want podcast type
Yeah.
content so that we
Really
can
good,
get
yeah.
that out too.
But then I was like,
But, like-
can we just go in there and film like a story?
Can I just go in there and film me eating? Because people like to watch me eat.
Hey,
Oh,
content
hey.
is content.
There's
Content
people
is
that
content.
do that, like them just work. Like I see editors.
I wouldn't
You'd
be
be
doing
surprised.
that in here though.
Yeah.
I would not be doing
Yeah.
that in here though. It's too
Toes up eating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pay me
Eating
extra
with my
$10
toes.
for my
Yeah.
toes out.
Yeah, yeah.
Be like, if you want a sneak peek of the toenails,
Yeah.
I'm
That's
like,
gonna
toes
be
will
extra.
Toes will be flat.
You know,
until you wanna-
TikTok is
Hey.
weird. TikTok is
Dude,
weird nowadays. You
I
never
don't-
know.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
scroll it.
Yeah.
I don't be
Yeah.
Mhm.
Awesome.
all right.
Well, thank you for your Thursday.
Thank
midday.
you. That was
Yeah,
really
yeah.
fun.
No,
I
it
felt
was.
honored that you asked us.
Yeah.
Thank you. I did,
Yeah. We wanted to try to